Chicken pot pie with a ridiculous biscuit top. Trust the process, believe in yourself. You ready? Let's do this. Okay, you want to turn your pan on medium heat. We're going to cook our chicken breasts. You just want to add a little olive oil, and then we're going to fry our chicken thighs. I'm not taking the skin off because I want that skin to render down. I want that flavor. I'll take the skin off before I chop them. So we're going to cook these till they're done, and then we do not want to throw away any of that oil or flavor or goodness that's in there. That one's golden. We want to get as much out of the skin as possible without burning it. So we'll just let them go a little longer. They can get really dark. It doesn't matter. We're really trying to render those down for flavor. So let's come back to these in a minute. This is time to flip. Oh, look at that golden brown. Look at that golden brown. Also, you're going to want to cook these to 160 degrees. Do they have to be 165? No, but you're going to chop them up. They're going to go back in. They're going to go in the oven. So 160, 165 degrees to be safe.
Preheat your oven to 450 degrees and chop your chicken into little tiny chickens or whatever you prefer.
Now we're ready to make our stew. Turn your pan back on to medium heat. Also, I'm sorry, I forgot salt and pepper to taste. So you're definitely going to want to use salt and pepper. Go ahead and add in your stick of butter. This is our homemade butter. It'll be in another video. You can tell it's 8 tablespoons. Don't worry about this little extra oil in here. So you're basically making a roux. If you've watched any of my videos, you know that I make a lot of roux. I make a lot of gravies. Now remember, the secret to good gravy is never stop stirring. Then our flour. This is a 14-inch skillet. If you're not going to make into a 14 or a 13 or something like that skillet, then you're definitely going to scale this recipe down. It's very scalable. Let that roux cook for a minute. Now you're going to treat this like any other gravy. I always add a little salt first. I think it actually makes the salt go farther instead of having to add it at the end. A little black pepper, not a lot. Those are the only 2 seasonings you want to add right now. Later on in the gravy, you can adjust it with chicken bouillon. If you want to add that, that'll add more flavor to it. Instead of adding salt, just add bouillon. That's cooked a little bit. Let's add our liquid. Just keep stirring. Now, normally I say make it a bechamel style. Cook a little, do this as it thickens, but on this one, you don't have to do that. It'll work just as good, but this is not a lot, so it's going to heat up quick. I'm going to turn the heat up a little bit to get it going, but as long as you keep stirring, it won't burn, so you can turn it up to high at this point. Now, if you're using a cast iron skillet like I am, there's already so much heat in this skillet, it won't take long to get it up to temperature. Now, if something happens to your gravy and it's turning out thin and you want it thicker, don't do anything just yet. You'll see why here in a minute. The gravy's pretty much gotten to boiling. We're gonna go ahead and leave it on high, add in our thyme, onion powder, and garlic powder. Get that all incorporated in. Okay, you see it's starting to separate at the bottom. When I pull it, it's thickening up. Now you wanna turn the heat down. You don't want it to keep boiling, there's no real point. You're just gonna evaporate the gravy. But you still might say, oh, that's too thin, Dave, what are you doing? You don't know how to make gravy. Well, watch what happens when we throw in the frozen vegetables. You're gonna taste it for salt and pepper, how you like it. Needs a little more salt. Not a lot, but if it does need more salt, like I said, you can add chicken bouillon. That is perfect consistency. Because now we're gonna throw in the mixed vegetables and watch what happens when we throw in these mixed vegetables. And also you can switch to a spoon at this point. I like these little flat ones. Found these on Amazon, absolutely love them. Watch what happens to that gravy the second it starts to get real cold. So let's stir it in and don't worry about it. It's not gonna be crazy thick, but when you reapply heat to it, it'll thin back out. And remember, you want a little thin gravy because you're gonna have biscuit top. And I'm telling you, if you guys don't try, this is Trina's recipe. If you don't try her biscuit top, you guys are insane. It is so, these biscuits are good standalone. Like if you're having a dinner and you just wanna make some light biscuits that aren't like a breakfast biscuit, these are perfect. See how thick that got? Don't get too crazy with the gravy until you add in the frozen stuff. Now you're gonna turn that heat back up to about medium and get that to cook a little bit. And if you notice in this one, unlike my breakfast gravy, I didn't add any cornstarch because this is such a small volume of gravy for us. I know it seems like a lot, but we feed a lot. But this is such a small volume of gravy that it cooks so quick that, you know, that ratio 2-to-1 is perfect. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add in our chicken. That's a lot of chicken. Now this is like anything else. You can add as much or as little chicken as you want. I call it chicken pot pie because chicken is my biggest ingredient. So I like a lot of meat. My family likes a lot of chicken in theirs. Keep heating it up until all the chicken is stirred in. And once it is, you can turn off the heat because at this point it doesn't need to cook anymore. And we will get our biscuit top on there. All right, it's time to make our biscuit top. What we're gonna need to start with is 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Self-rising will not work here if you're using the baking powder. So we're gonna add to that our baking powder, our sugar, our garlic powder, our chives, and our salt. Then we're gonna add in our Parmesan. We're gonna stir that all around. Now that that's all incorporated, we're gonna add in our milk. Now you just want this to be like a loose texture. It doesn't have to be fully incorporated, but you definitely want the milk not to be present, you know, runny. Just get it so the milk's all incorporated. We're gonna add our butter and then get that mixed in. Once you got it, the butter's pretty much incorporated, stop. Now the top's done, we're gonna put this on the pot pie. Now I've got the beautiful Trina doing the top because I have no patience for this. It's messy, it's time consuming, and you don't wanna just slop it on there because you get it pushed everywhere. But she is very, very good at what she does. So we're gonna let her do this. Okay, so this is ready to go. Trina did an amazing job. The pan's still hot, so I'm gonna need some oven mitts. We're gonna put this in the oven, but what you're gonna wanna do, put a pan underneath your skillet. Because what'll happen is when this thing heats up, this thing might overflow a little bit. So you definitely want a pan under there that'll capture all that, or you're gonna have to clean your oven. Anyway, put this in for 12 to 15 minutes until they are golden brown. Oh my goodness, that is amazing. But we're gonna give that about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes to cool off, and then we're gonna taste test this bad boy. See you then. All right, it's done. Yeah, ultimate comfort food, chicken pot pie. Look at it, will you look at it? Look at that, looks amazing. Okay, let's get Trina in here. She's been napping like all freaking day, so let's see if she's awake for this. Trina! Trina! Oh, there she is. Oh, are you napping on the sofa?
Maybe.
Okay, you gotta try it.
So,
Oh, I gotta try it too, don't I? Yeah.
smells good. It looks good.
Honestly, it's just a basic chicken pot pie. It's that top. It's that biscuit top. Any other type of dinner, you want to make some light, fluffy biscuits, that's the stuff to make. It's
Ultimate
delicious.
comfort food.
It is ultimate. So good. So anyway, trust process. Believe in yourself. We can do it. You can do it. We'll see you next time.